And Minnesota legislators were in Bemidji today discussing how that state surplus should be spent. Senator Tom Saxhog, along with Representatives John Purcell and Dave Hancock, sat down with local leaders to discuss the finer budget points before a new legislative session starts on March 8th. As Jackson Bruner tells us, there are a lot of options on the table.
To this point, the Minnesota state government has allocated over $300 million of its surplus, which in total is over $1 billion. And people across the state are clamoring for what's left of it. Legislators are looking at a number of state bonding requests in the Bemidji area. From a new dental center to a potential veterans home, they have a lot to consider. Beltrami County Commissioner Joe Vinny has led a push in the last year for 2 veterans homes, one in Bemidji and another in Montevideo.
I think that best addresses the needs of the veterans. We have 144 beds that are being allocated by the feds, at least now. That may not be in a couple of years from now, so I think it's important that we act.
There has also been a recent call for more money to help keep up the state's roads and bridges. Governor Mark Dayton's 2015 proposal to increase the state gas tax failed to pass.
We got more automobiles on the road. We're using less and less gasoline.
But for city governments to get the money they need, something must change.
We've got to look at all other places and auto parts, tires, batteries, things like that that I think all automobiles, including the electric automobiles, would use so that everybody's involved.
It makes no sense to me to add an additional 16 cents minimum a gallon on all fuel, diesel as well. That has no ceiling on it.
Completing a bonding bill will be a long process in the 11-week legislative session.
Wait and see. It will be passed. My prediction will be passed the last day of session.
With final decisions coming soon, northern Minnesota's lawmakers are maintaining an air of confidence.
I'm going to work as hard as I've ever worked, which I usually work pretty hard, to make as much of that happen as I can.
In Bemidji, Jackson Bruner, Lakeland News.
A new tax bill could be discussed in the legislative session. Hancock says he hopes to not see any new taxes in Minnesota. He added that veteran pensions, Social Security, and a property tax cut could be a part of the discussion.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.